What's up, my friends? Today I want to talk about hip packs, fanny packs, crossbodies, whatever you call them. I know a hip pack is different than a crossbody, but I'm putting this one in this category. These are all bags that we've used for the same purpose. By the way, all of these hip bags, every single one of them I wear as a crossbody. That's just kind of the style, so I wear them like this. But the four that I'm talking about right now, first off, is the Lululemon belt bag. This is probably the most popular bag in this category that I see out in the world. This one here has been used by me for about 4 years. This one is the Cotopaxi Kapi hip pack. This is their mini hip pack. This one is the Patagonia mini hip pack. They both call them hip packs, so that's the name I'm going with because who could argue with Patagonia? Just kidding, they're not the bosses. And this is where I'm never gonna say the name of this brand right. This Fjallraven Kaken, that's definitely not it. I'm gonna say Funky Fox brand. It's super popular. I'm gonna talk about this one. This is their crossbody pack. I put all of these in the same category, and I wanna talk about each one of them, how they compare, and then which one is my top pick for versatility. So let's start off with my least favorite. That is the Fjallraven Kaken, the Fancy Fox brand. I do not get this brand at all. Call me old, call me out of touch. I just don't get it. Every product I've had from this brand has been lackluster. It's been uncomfortable, low on accessories, low on organization. The materials that it's made out of, they wear terribly. So this pack in particular, I've only had for about 6 months. And I have worn it very little. My wife and I swap between these. We both use them. So she's definitely used this one more than I have. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the material that this thing is made out of is not good. And I rarely will just come out and rag on a product like this, but man, this has been unimpressive. The exterior material is starting to flake and wear thin. It's like the top layer is coming up off of it. We have used this bag in no extreme way. It's just a daily carry, things that we can put inside. Just right at the front, the quality of the material that this bag is made out of is not that great. Let me talk about some of the features and why we tried this bag. One of the reasons we tried this bag is because of the double zipper. There's 2 zippers, and when you're wearing a crossbody, if you're wearing it this direction, I want my zipper at the top. If I'm wearing it this direction, I also want my zipper at the top. So I want to be able to interchange where my zippers are sourced from. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I honestly sought this bag out because of that feature. So that's one plus for me. So let's go front compartment first. And this bag only has 2 compartments and 0 organization features. So this front bag, look at how this front pocket opens. The zipper goes all the way to the edges, but you can't even open it all the way because of how this flap goes over the zipper. I'm telling you, I do not think that this bag was designed by somebody who used it. I think this brand just somehow became popular, and it has nothing to do with design, functionality, or durability. You can tell I'm a little bit passionate about it. No organization in that pocket. It's a fairly good sized pocket, but still don't get it. The inside pocket. All right, here's the deal. It's a good sized inside pocket. Now the zippers on the sides only go down about 1/4 of the way on each side. So what that means is you have limited opening, especially when this thing's against your body. So you can only open it that far. Now, you can fit a ton of shit inside this bag. However, it's all gonna be lost. You're searching for everything all the time, especially when you've got change or you've got chapstick. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's small, it's getting lost in here if it's amongst other big things. So I love that it's a big pocket, hate that there's no organization inside of it. All right, so let's talk about the shoulder strap next. It's pretty thin. All of these hip packs, obviously the strap comes straight off the body of the bag. This one comes up, kind of more like a purse style. You have a clip that you can take the strap off on both sides. I know and I don't know that there's some sort of attachment system for this bag, because these guys pop out like that, and then you can wrap it onto something. I don't know if this is specific to another backpack that they make, or if it's just a utility feature, and if it is, I don't know what I would strap to it. Maybe you know what this bag attaches to. If you do, please tell me in the comments. I would love to know. But again, not a feature I was looking for, but it certainly is there. It also adds a bit of rub to the body. When you're wearing it for long periods of time and you have this full of something, I will take my little packable windbreaker from Cotopaxi, and I'll often carry it inside my hip pack, and it pushes either the snaps or these straps against my hip. I don't love all that rubbing on my body while I'm walking, hiking, biking, all of that sort of stuff. So, as you can tell, I'm not a huge fan of this bag, but I wanted to include it for contrast, and I just wanted to show it just in case it's something you're interested in. The next one I want to move to is the Patagonia. So this Patagonia pack I've had for about 6 or 7 years. You can tell just by looking at it, it's got some good wear on it. It's got some good discoloration, some snags. This thing's been everywhere, up and down the mountain with me, across the lake. And I want to talk about what I like about this bag. First off, the exterior material, it wears really well. I'm telling you, this thing has been rubbed against everything. The back side of it is both breathable and padded. And I find it to be very comfortable on the backside, even if I've got this thing packed full of something. Keys can be in there, whatever, and it's still pretty comfortable against the body. Has a nice little hanger right here, so you can hang it on a hook. I don't know that I've ever used that, but it's a decent feature. The waist straps come straight out of the bag. It's the typical hip pack style, or fanny pack if you're from the 80s, like I am. That's when we used to call flip-flops thongs. My dad still does. Well, he doesn't now, he died. But right up until the day that he died, he used to call flip-flops thongs. And we'd have to tell him, Dad, they're not thongs anymore. You can't be out in public telling people that you can't find your thong or that you love your thongs. The waist strap, really durable, really slick material on the webbing. So it's easily cleanable, very easily adjustable. I mean, you could just pull on it in the right position on the buckle. That's always a meaningful feature for me, is how easily can I adjust it. There's the elastic that holds the excess strap, also a great feature. I don't want the rest of this like little tail flapping in the wind, slapping me in the face. The buckle's heavy duty, just what you would expect from Patagonia. It's not gonna break. It's easily adjustable, easily to snap closed, easy to open. Really, really meaningful, thoughtful stuff here on the exterior of the bag. Now let's talk about compartments. Front compartment, still good size, not a huge opening, but it's a good little organizer. You're not gonna get a ton of things lost inside that pocket. The next thing is the main pocket. Still, I would score it like a 4 out of 10 on opening, because I mean, look, we still have all this space. If this zipper could come down just a little bit more, we could really open this thing up and take a look around inside the bag. Main pocket's pretty sizable. Now, here's the thing. There's a dual purpose thing going on inside this pack. Most people don't know about this in this pack. When it's in this mode, we'll call this utilizing mode, utility mode, let's call it that. When it's in this mode, you have this nice little back pocket right here that's perfect for cash. I can fit a passport in there. It's just perfect to keep that like extra security. You have this internal zipper, and then you have this external zipper. So even if you're out walking and somebody can somehow get into this main pocket, chances are they're not gonna be able to get into this inner pocket. This is a convertible situation here. This is magic, so watch this. When I have that interior pocket open, I just take all this, flip it inside out, whim wham, and then you can just zip it shut. And there, my friends, you've got yourself a small pack of a pack. It's called the Lightweight Travel Mini Hip Pack, and it packs into this little tiny pack. Not entirely sure on the purpose of this. I guess it's a little bit easier to manage straps and stuff if you're gonna go on a day trip with a bigger pack and you're gonna throw that in. So that's the Patagonia. Next, Cotopaxi. This is the Cotopaxi mini hip pack. It's called the Kapi hip pack. Now you have this handle at the top. I've never used it. We've had it longer than the Fjallraven. This pack, very similar to the Patagonia. Good slick webbing that is cleanable on the sides. Obviously the strap design is that it comes off like a hip pack. Very easy to adjust, just like the Patagonia. The buckle is good quality. The one thing I do love about Cotopaxi that I think they've just done so well and nobody else does is their crazy color mixtures. I think it's cool. Good strap, cool colors. We do have the elastic holder, so we don't have any wiener in the wind. The material is very similar to the Patagonia. It's durable, it's cleanable, it keeps good shape, keeps good color. I don't see anything peeling off of it. The back of this pack does not have any padding or breathable material to add that extra cooling. The zipper system is a single zipper system. By the way, I forgot to mention that on the Patagonia as well. It is a single zipper situation. Remember, that's why we bought the Fjallraven. But if it's on your hip, you don't even have to worry about that. Organizationally, you've got the single front pocket, got a little chapstick in there, don't worry about that. The opening is a bit bigger than the opening on the Patagonia. It's a little bit more shallow too in the pocket, which I actually like because I don't think it's less space in there. It's just longer. And I like a shallower pocket when there's no organizing features because then you can see everything a little bit better. And the opening is a little bit bigger. So that's helpful in that regard too. Main pocket, just a very simple, straightforward main pocket for a hip pack. No interior organization, no transformer business going on. I guess you could just fold it inside out and put the straps in it and you'd basically done the same exact thing as the Patagonia. But it's a good sized pocket. And the zipper goes, like what I was talking about on the Patagonia, the zipper does go down a little bit further. So this opens up a little bit wider so you can really get in there, dig around, find what it is that you're looking for. We've enjoyed this pack. I don't think there's anything special about this pack except that it looks really cool. And I get compliments on all my Cotopaxi gear. I get compliments on it everywhere I go because of the coloring and the scheme and all of that sort of stuff. So it's a good option. Now, last but definitely not least, Lululemon. You see everybody and their mom and their dog and their pet hamster wearing this Lululemon bag. Now, in most cases, especially with a brand like Lululemon, I'm not really a Lululemon guy. I have owned some of their ABC pants. I've owned some of their workout clothes and I've liked them okay. I didn't think there was anything incredible about them. I also think they're kind of on the outs, maybe. It seems a lot less popular. There's brands like Aloe and all of that sort of stuff. I feel like it's going out, not as popular. Tell me in the comments if you've noticed that Lululemon is really going by the wayside. All that to say, I'm not really a Lululemon super fan. However, in this video, I'm gonna sound like a super Lululemon fan. But let me explain, I think it's founded. I don't just like it because it's popular. I don't know if it's popular just because it has the brand Lululemon on it, but this, my friends, is an incredibly functional hip pack. Let me tell you why. And Lulu calls this the belt bag, which of course they've got to do something different than everybody else. Ironically, the belt on this thing is the one thing that I actually really don't like about it. The one thing I do like about the belt is that the buckle is over on the side. So if you're wearing this on your hip, it does make it, even around crossbody, it does make it a bit easier to buckle rather than having to reach behind you or do it in front and then spin the bag around. I do like that they brought the buckle close to the front. However, adjusting the size on this thing is a mess because you have this 2-buckle system. So you got to adjust this, which is pretty challenging. And then you've got to adjust this. And I mean, I'm complaining. It wasn't that bad. But it's way harder than adjusting these bags, which are like 2 pulls, tighten it, or just, you know, loosen it. You know the zhits. You know what I mean when I go and because you're a bag person just like me. So it's a really thick, heavy duty webbing on the belt. So where it's doubled up, it makes it pretty bulky, and I have noticed in the past, like areas of it digging into my hips or digging into my chest because it's all pretty rigid and bulky. I have one other complaint about this bag that I'll get to in a second. But yeah, I don't love the design of the belt. It comes out like a traditional hip pack, just as you see, out to the sides. I do wear it mostly crossbody. We've had this pack for 4 or 5 years, for sure. You can see a lot of the wear happening around the logo. We do have a little bit of wear right there on the material itself. But man, for the amount that this thing's been used, this pack has been worn more than any of these packs by miles and miles and miles. And we're taking off for Italy in a week and a half, and this pack is going to be our go-to for daily carry as we're exploring the Cicaterras, exploring Tuscany and Rome. This is absolutely gonna be that body pack for my wife and I. Okay, so why do I love it so much? The material is really good. It's thick. It wears really well. I do like the black because it doesn't show as much dirt. So we actually haven't washed this bag. That's probably gross. So I do love the material. Now, watch this. What? Whoa. Wow. Whoa. I can open this thing up like almost flat. It makes finding things inside this pack so damn easy. And inside your main pocket, you have multiple organizing pockets. So you have these mesh pockets right here. I usually have my chapstick and gum and all that stuff, headphones in another one. Now I will tell you, after 4 or 5 years of use, that this elastic at the top of the mesh pocket has worn out. It's not stretching any longer. Used to stretch tight to the front of the bag so that when we put something in there, to really hold it tight. That has lost some of its luster, as we would say, but it still works nonetheless. Then you also have this back mesh organizing pocket. Same thing on the elastic on this one. It's pretty much gone. We could put all kinds of magical things right here, and it's gonna hold it separate from all the things that we have in the main pocket. How did they ever think about putting organizers inside of this thing? I can't even believe it. When I set this thing on the table and I open it up, I can do whatever I want inside of this thing. It's really easy to get things in, get things out. Now, here's one of the flaws, as with the Patagonia, as with the Cotopaxi. Only one zipper. Listen, Lulu, you were so close to perfection if you would have just put 2 zippers on your bag. There's one other feature of this bag, which is the ultimate safety pocket. Now, if you're traveling, particularly internationally, it's always good to have a pocket or a compartment against your body. So as you're out and about rubbing into people, you're in crowds, somebody could easily get into this pocket. They have this nice security pouch right up against your body. This is the back of the pack that you're seeing right now. They have this nice security pocket where you can keep money, you can keep a passport, you can keep any important documentation, tour reservations, tickets, all of that sort of stuff. And it's still really great size. I put my passport, I put my money, put everything that I want to keep nice and secure right against my body, even if it's just to give me that warm, fuzzy feeling that everything is safe. That's where I keep this pocket. Those are the 4 bags that I wanted to show you. We got the Fjallraven crossbody, we got the Patagonia mini pack, we got the Cotopaxi mini pack, and we got the Lululemon belt bag. This is my absolute winner. And honestly, I don't even like saying that, because I'm such a fan of Cotopaxi. I'm usually a fan of Patagonia, and Lulu is just like out there outside of my universe, really. But man, this thing is my hands down winner for a crossbody bag, for a belt bag, for a hip pack, for a fanny pack. It's the Lululemon is the clear winner. I would love to know, what's your favorite hip pack? What have you used for years? And I know that they vary drastically in size. That's another video I want to do, is larger hip packs, because each one of these brands, I think other than Lulu, I think this is really the only one Lulu makes. I know these brands make really massive, like, I don't own any of them, so maybe you're gonna have to let me borrow yours, but they make really massive hip packs. Let me know, which one's your favorite? Which one would you buy? Which one you're going to buy because of this video? Which of my jokes did you hate the most? Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear it, and happy packing. Peace.